Hey flipping piece of the greatness. This again, the part 2 of the video just filmed for the loyal people who actually care about what's happened, which should be quite a few people. I'm going to go through the methods that I've used to keep my stuff together. Ow, my right arm. To keep my shit together again. Why did that hurt? That should aid smokers, and then I'm going to go through what's happened to Instagram. Like, it's probably going to take like a person just giving me what one of the things that I long for in order to get me back onto that platform. One of those things just being to live in Sheffield with the parkour community. There's one or two other things, although that's probably the most realistic. So, in order to still be basically the only one who's not getting sick and like physically sick in Southport and basically the rest of the UK pretty much by this point. I audio recorded a video. I recorded a voice message for David about this, and I don't know why my phone didn't send those audio messages. Don't know why. That's why I'm creating this video. So initially, when I came out of the hospital and noticed I was starting to develop a cold, and I didn't want. That music is too loud, isn't it? This John Wick music. Rather than the Dark Deception music that was playing in the background, Dark Deception, the title Dark Deception was playing in the background last video. Current needs game to complete. What if I just itched on my back of my neck? So, came out to the hospital, started developing cold symptoms, and I didn't want the cold that would just make me hate life even more. But for just not being able to breathe whatsoever, and in the book Boundless by Ben Greenfield, in chapter 13, tells you about a zinc compound, a zinc supplement, that if you notice you're getting a cold in the first 3 days of getting a cold, then it stops the cold. It stops you from getting that kind of cold that just makes you hate things more. Although I didn't buy the zinc supplements off of Phoenix Nutrition UK, which are quality, although they're quite cheap. I didn't get zinc, and I didn't look. I couldn't go and do a good search for what it was. So I said, look, I've got white sage, I've got nag champa, and the positive vibes incense, and one other negativity shredding incense over there, and I know that they were useful at disinfecting stuff and killing germs, so I used those, and then I spent £8 more on Amazon for incense, getting 6 of them, and like 2 weeks later, my cold is virtually. I didn't really develop that much of a cold whatsoever. Like, 10 tissues have been sneezed on and just ended. And I'm not sure how much incense you have to burn in order to kind of follow those germs and prevent you from hating your life more. Although, like I live I live virtually on my own. My sister and my dad can't come into play, and they don't really like them for some reason. Though they didn't stop me from just basically flooding the house in incense for a few days, and if you're not able to do that, then you may not have to. You may not have to go that far. I might have just went above and beyond for a few days. Although what also happened quite unexpectedly. I know that Mark Bayeska and Leila Satie, who in the distance indie transfer world, which I used to spend half my life in a few months ago, I could just feel their hearts from a distance, and fantastic people. That's basically my biggest lie detector at this present time. They enjoy the incense, although if you give it a basic lookup, say for eucalyptus incense and how powerful it is, like Sadhguru, who I haven't really consumed whatsoever, said it gives a significant increase, although not that much. I'm completely disagreeing with Sadhguru here because the anti-Phil, oh my god, they're very damn useful for basically just reversing your state and cleaning your state out. Like half of the time I've been using incense with my golden ruchelated quartz, and the end of the incense is just combined with the end of this crystal, and to provide mental support when I have fucking needed it. When I have fucking needed it. The incense that has been especially useful for that. Positive vibes, really good. Although I didn't get that from Amazon. But because just removing negativity with, say, this this rainbow obsidian, which is invaluable for protecting against the negative auras of sick people, prevent you from being drained by them if used with a tuning fork. If I use this with white sage, I don't feel as much. A lot of the point in my system is to use this thing, use the thing, so that to shred a bunch of to shred a ton of negativity down, so that I'm returned with my natural positive state of cheerfulness. That's basically half of the point, half of the time. And so, in favorite incense right now, if I were to just pick up some off camera, and I aim to have the incense sticks which I've used sticking out. The incense sticks which I've used sticking out, purely because of the benefit that I'm going to be telling you here. So I'll just name them off camera if you're loyal enough to stay on this thing. Sandalwood, positive vibes. Vanilla is absolutely great. Then eucalyptus. Eucalyptus. Chamomile, not very much, although I've experimented with using chamomile with amethyst. Camphor, very powerful. Cinnamon, not sure. Palo Santo I haven't used Palo Santo yet. The reason why I felt like I benefited so much is, say, for this chamomile, because I feel like I've overloaded a few of these incense sticks with positivity. Say, with these two, with just positive vibes, the vibes have just lingered on these incense sticks. So, say with these two, this one I believe is either a eucalyptus or a chamomile. I asked my dad to drill two very thin holes into a piece of thick wood in order to not lose track of these. So if I were to smell either of these right now, that there's an energy on them which has just lingered and is a fantastic pick-me-up. It is a fantastic pick-me-up for when just the pain of living here and the pain of loneliness, like what one of the asks for just getting back onto Instagram, if a person's what wants to be back on there so much is, dude, I need a friendly or not, need a person. If I would want to be far happier, I just have a woman to sleep with, it could just be completely platonic and friendly. Like just need that in my life. Otherwise, I'm developing these coping mechanisms like life wants me to, and I hate that. You just hate that life wants you to do these, unless there's just future positivity coming up in the future, which makes all the unrelenting amount of negativity that I often feel worthwhile just for living by myself in my flat worthwhile. That was basically the reason that funded one of my harshest memories that I now feel like I love, just because I've gotten to the right side of it a lot. So see what this incense stick is. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Although, it's probably sandalwood. Love it. Oh, it's just giving me such a pick-me-up, you lovable soul. High on peak state energy, right? This one, I don't think it's positive vibes. Let's see. Camphor. Makes you just feel like you love yourself. Makes me just feel like I love myself. Camphor was. I don't think I'm able to say the terms it was, like one of the terms it was used for, love and PG 13, 18 terms. Just makes you feel like you, like with a rose quartz, like this is charged up with very high quality rose quartz, so. Like I was wafting around the air of my bungalow, and just felt like I could love myself while, like, just for no reason, while I was wafting around. Such a lovable one. So like, with me not feeling like my system's enabling me to sleep where I live at the moment, and just having an inverted sleep schedule, these pick-me-ups are basically vital and essential for, like, my biggest fear here is not death. It's basically just mental death. It's basically just losing tons of vital life force. And I think God's just placed me here in order to just figure a ton of shit out, so like that nobody else is really figuring out, so that I can basically figure out solutions for me and for other people that even I think God just places a priority on these as way more important than any of the double basketball stuff. So basically, it's like I go through a bit of pain, and I just feel like I absolutely have to figure out the solution out of that pain in order to basically just keep my shit together. And these incense sticks charged up with crystals, absolute bangers for keeping me afloat there, just for cutting out and shredding a ton of negativity, a ton of negativity. So, Instagram. First of all, it's like, so again, it's probably it's probably the karma, like almost instant karma. For like, I didn't think that the post would get what 1.2 thousand plus views on it, although I must have discouraged someone from playing virtual reality games of some sort, because as having a good day despite quite a big setback, I just feeling people who are really damn well intentioned and loving, although that are just drained, can just drain you so much. So I basically, so just to get to the point, I'd taken a selfie with Kira, Bex X0, and Instagram desktop does not support you viewing either. It didn't support viewing a selfie for some reason, and so I went to download Instagram on this phone, which I thought I had to get my password for, although for some reason the Apple Store supported just downloading Instagram like it was nothing, and previously it didn't do that. So I thought that I had I thought that my Instagram password was going to be quite simple, although it turns out it was attached to a different email account than I had expected, and also turns out that I didn't know the password for that email account. And while I did have the backup email for Southbold Yeeter at proton.me, like, I haven't gone through that verification process because I'd reset the password for the Instagram account to be written down. However, the phone, which was, what's in that drawer? Here it is. The phone that was attached to that Instagram account got knocked out a few months ago, along with the authenticator app that was associated with it, and I'm not going to be able to attach the Harmonica Yeeter Instagram account to this old iPhone. I'm pretty sure that I can download it on this iPhone, although I'm also pretty sure that Instagram won't let me into my account in order to do that. So unless someone's good at hacking, Instagram accounts despite not having the passwords, then victory to you if you do that. Might just get someone, like, I give it, what, 5% chance that someone actually does that. And then they just have they just have fun with the Instagram account. So it's like a prized Instagram account for you. Golden Instagram account. So essentially, I accidentally lost my Instagram account because I didn't have the password written down, didn't have the password details written down, and because I wanted to download and put on my notice board in front of me a good selfie with Kira and her friend, which I don't know the name of. Which I don't know the name of. And the surface level brothers that you see around Southwold, in a Sparko, etc. circles. They now have a custom handshake that could be more creative. What's so really? It's changed my behavioural pattern to not have that Instagram to not have that Instagram account up. Well, it's to not be able to post there. I've still got friends to message because I have their phone numbers, thankfully, as it was initially an emergency contact. So then now I think I might just be spewing to them. And I can still beneficially, we can still use that Instagram account very beneficially, like screen record stuff off it, and also I'm undoubtedly just going to be asking people to still tag me in the post, because that would still be relevant off of there, right? And unless someone like pays me something that worthwhile, like perhaps not monetarily, to get me back onto there, there's going to be quite a bit of resistance to getting back on to getting back on Instagram. Right, live streams. I asked Kira if eventually she could live stream some double basketball, side flips, Russian fronts, you name it, on her account, and she said yeah. So future Instagram live streams may just be on other people's accounts, although I have the ability to live stream on this YouTube account. However, I may not have the phone capable of live streaming on YouTube. I don't know. I should download the YouTube app and test it out on this phone, although that would eat up my storage, so I just don't think it's a good idea whatsoever. Like, I'd have to delete and reinstall the YouTube app every time on this phone. Tell me if everything that I have shared in this video has given you at least a bit of positivity to perhaps change the strategy that you live your life through, or just lift you up in the day. And please, yeah, just one of my goals at the moment is that the next time that I get like £50 on to go to like a parkour event or something like that, like just a travel thing. The next time I get £50 from my parents, to spend and what have you, if I can, I'm just gonna force myself to make a homeless guy's day. Partly because my friend Matt made this homeless guy's day just like giving him €5. He just said that those guys, the guys who aren't drug guys, they often just want you to talk to them for 5 minutes, because they don't like being put down by people, by worthless drones just going like stressed, like trapped worthless drones just going to them and just treating them like they're nothing. And so I would definitely teach them the relief placebo. Because I now know that at least when your system is on emergency mode, just how much resources, the mental resources and painkilling resources that would give a person. Though the plan is that the next time that I have that resource, just to go with a person through the shops and just ask them how it is, what resources they have, and perhaps just give them give them the resources just to freshen them up. And if I don't do that, it's because of just mental factors that I just feel are out of my control. Like just finding ways just to trigger positivity, overload, hyperload, and just make a lot of people's days, because it's just what, like, with all the pain that I'm going through, that can be summed up in two words, two separate words, or two combined words, depending on how you look at it. Like, one of my mental lifelines is basically just triggering a lot of positivity, positive karma overload, depending on how you want to phrase it. Because it truly lifts you up, and it just truly lifts other people around you up. Double basketball. Regarding double basketball, I should be getting. My arm flexibility is coming back online, so yeah, I should be able to. I shouldn't be able to do this if my arm wasn't coming back online very fast. And also, dribbling, coming back online, although it's still painful after a few bounces. So I should be getting back up quite soon. And again, I don't think it's going to happen that I'm going to be able just to go back to that sim routine that I was in. I just think God has different intentions for me. I just think that once I get enough flexibility back in this, God's going to have different intentions for me than to try to go into the sim routine, which I wanted to go into, of blindfolded double basketball and dribbling and playing Sonic Generations, just to lift me up with aid of the relief placebo, which now another name for it is just Knuckles takes a sigh of relief, if you phrase it like the Qigong guys phrase their movements. Tell me if this made your day. I'm being jokingly serious.